Hello and welcome to episode 27 of our Timberborn Update 5 hard mode playthrough with the Folktails faction here at Cycle 37, Day 2. Last time we had, shall we say, a fun time trying to fix our little water power generating station over here, and then in the process flooding our main drinking reservoir with nasty toxic sludge and encountering all sorts of problems. But today we're going to try our best to mitigate those things and finally connect our good water bypass here into our aquatic farm and continue expanding this reservoir area. So I did ask you guys last time what you thought I should do about this contamination right here, and the overwhelming opinion was to set mechanical fluid pump to only pump good water and then just flush it out. So for that to happen, first of all, I have to remember how I have this set up. Yep, this is one of these. One of these is hooked up to, there it goes, stream gauges. I'm going to, just for the benefit of, you know, taking care of all of our stuff, I'm going to disable both of these, open this all the way, and then open this all the way. Let all this bad water get flushed out, because we are actually starting to flood up here. Almost. Get this all flushed out, since this cannot pump the bad water up. I think we are going to be okay. We did, thankfully, at the toward the end of last episode, put this fourth triple floodgate in, which of course is the whole reason there's bad water in here in the first place. But I believe we're going to be in good shape. This will just get forced out right through here. And if this is only pumping good water, then guess what? Not going to be a problem. And it's hooked up to the stream gauge, so it can't overfill. That is looking a-okay. So, to give us a fighting chance in the flushing department, I'm just going to start with this one to get some more water going through here. Hopefully it can handle the amount of stuff coming in. You can kind of see it looks like it's actually higher up here. I don't really know how that works, but it should be okay. We have a decent amount of flow. Looking pretty all right. This is very purple, but we will, of course, have all of this taken care of in due time. The flushing will continue until the bad water improves. So that's good. That was the most pressing issue that that I had remembered from last time, was that all of this was just going to be hopelessly contaminated, and I was beside myself with grief. Maybe not quite, but suffice to say, you guys enjoyed last episode a whole lot more than I did. Let's just say that. So we're going to let this do its own thing. We've got a bunch of other stuff to take care of, though, including none of this is connected to all this power. And we have a lot that has to get done. Absolutely has to get done. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this one power shaft back in place. If we really need to get a path over here, we can just, you know, build it over the top of this, and that'll be fine. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Something else we might want to do in the near-ish future is just blast this all the way out and have this just be another bypass, so we don't have so much water coming in through here. But we got plenty of stuff to take care of. Let's not get too fancy here. I'll just get rid of this, and now we have a much more efficient disposal thing here for the bad water coming through. A couple of you did also make good points in the comments that in traditional hydrodynamics, 90-degree bends are terrible for restricting water flow. Well, they're good at restricting water flow, but if you don't want to restrict water flow, you don't want to have 90-degree bends. So I don't know if Timberborn's hydrodynamics are exactly the same as real life. I don't think they are, but it's still worth taking a look and see if we can, at the very least, continue trenching this out just a touch to divert past here and have that open up during a bad tide, just to make sure. Although I think the way things are now, we are probably in pretty good shape. We did put our floodgate in here, and that seems to be... Okay, no, it is flooding. That's at 0.5. I'm going to lower this one as well. Let a little bit more water through. If we can avoid flooding, that would be nice. It is quite severely coming through here, But that also could be because we have all this extra water right here. I think most of it has gone through. Okay, well now this is actually flooding. So let's lower this all the way down, triple speed it to see what ends up happening here. And then I believe eventually that should solve our problems. 9 flooded buildings. Where are the other flooded buildings? Okay, those 2, and then these 3. All right, that makes sense. That has not reduced the flooding, so I really, man, I don't know what I did. I really don't. It's, oh, there's so much water. We don't need to have this much water here. We really don't. So at the very least, I know for right now, I can go ahead and just open these and let this water go back the other way. Raise that all the way up. That will stop the flooding, but it will also stop us getting water. This, I honestly can't tell in the dark if this is polluted anymore or not. But I imagine it probably isn't. We'll be able to see better when the sun comes up. It looks to me like this is effectively flush, although this looks a little dark. Looks a little dark. So I kind of want to fix this because there is, okay, oh, all right, it's not that dark, but it definitely does look a little. We'll get it figured out. If it's not going to contaminate the beavers going down there, then I guess we probably don't need to worry about it. But this is looking pretty good. I am going to undisable these, and we're going to go ahead and let's see. Yeah, this is now lowered to 1.5 when this reaches a certain height, 2.81. This is currently, 0.49. All right. But obviously, it's going to continue going up at a pretty swift pace. So I just wonder if this needs to be higher. Maximum height set to 2.5. Honestly, is probably fine. We have so much water. We're really not going to be hurting for water for the entire rest of the playthrough. Because of the work that we've done in the past to fix all this. Oh, now this is overflowing, but it's not coming off the side here. I should maybe always have this set to, 2.5. It's probably okay. I need this one to fill up, so we'll close this. And let that do what it needs to do. You know the drill. We'll get it taken care of. The power is reconnected, so we should have these, except these are all paused. Let's not forget to turn those back on. The reason we paused those is so we could use the different materials, metal blocks, etc. included. So for right now, since we have not rebuilt any metal infrastructure, if we're going to have that be bots only, then it just makes sense to have it be closer to our mining area. So, with that being said, we have 6 of these. Well, they're not all built, but we will have 4 of these bot assemblers, which means that will go here, which means I can come over here and blow this bit up right here. I probably honestly can't even get to it. Do I even have enough metal for this? No. I was going to stack the metal, what do you call it? Smelters on top of this. But I guess the easiest thing for us to do now is just to put smelters, kind of like a bridge right here. Put one here, start making some actual metal, and then put another one here, and then another one here, and then the other 2, let me click, thank you. The other 2 assemblers on the other side of that. That should work out nicely. We will go ahead and set this for bots only and let them take care of that. These should also be set the same. The bot part factories are also bots only, but the bots are not because they're not being made. Well, not currently at least. We've got to get our metal production up. So I know this is not the most perfect ideal solution ever, but this should help us quite substantially. We've got our large warehouses for gears, bot limbs, bot chassis, bot heads. Do we need 1,200 each? No, but it's going to be fine. I'm going to put piles on the top of these, and we'll have scrap metal storage And metal blocks, just the same right here. And that should help us out quite substantially with getting everything else figured out here. We've got day 5. This is still not filled all the way up, but that's okay. Check our contamination here. Should be 0. And it is beautiful, wonderful, fantastic. Water level in here is looking okay. It has not turned back on because the stream gauge is set to 2.45, and it will... Wait a second. No, it should be turned on. If it's 2.45, it should be unpaused because it's... Oh, I disabled it completely. Never mind. we'll just let that turn back on. And this is our emergency one that is just a little bit lower. All right, so we got a drought coming in. We have 13,000 water stored up. 13.5, actually. We'll let this fill up a little bit more. I need to check on this. That's very full. Since this is going to be a drought, we hopefully will not run into any additional problems. Just going to let this get nice and full, and then... Well, I guess I could actually set this to 2.5. I could set all these to 2.5, so they just overflow when necessary. This is basically already as full as it can get without us continuing expanding this down here. At this point in the playthrough, I don't think it's ever going to be necessary. We're probably not going to get to it before this series ends. So we will just let this be what it has to be. I think, honestly, the way this is looking, I'm just going to close this. And then we can get water in here, but we can't really store much more. Well, we can store a little bit, but we can't really store that much more than we currently have. But I will go ahead. Oh, this is... Why is that shut? That needs to be... Whoa, that's... hello? What kind of weird stuff is this? We'll just let this do what it needs to do. I need to put... what do you call it? Land. I need to put land here. I'll just put those two. That's fine. So that is going to come over here. Hopefully it doesn't overflow, but this is set to 2.5, so it really shouldn't be a problem. If the good water bypass was done, which it is not, regrettably, we could take care of that. But we can go ahead and fill this up with water just by opening this floodgate. I doubt this will become overfilled. It shouldn't be at the very least. So that will be just fine. I can, however, since we're over here, put in some scaffolding so they can start blowing stuff up, and then we'll be able to do with that what we will. Same kind of deal right here. Oh, that's actually just a single. Well, that's fine. Just want to get these put in place, then we can hopefully continue placing the dirt here. We have 642 of it, and the builders don't need to stress out about taking care of all this stuff because we know we can just go ahead and get it going anyway. So that's looking good. These guys can come down this way if I put in some stairs, which we will go ahead and do. And I believe for the most part they'll be able to get to most of what they want to get to by going the downstairs route. Obviously not right here, but by the time we actually get around to that, it's not going to be that big of a deal because these guys can get to it. So that should get filled up, hopefully pretty easily, and then we'll be able to take care of everything else. Water storage here is looking good. We're not flooding, which is good. We're generating power, which is good. We're making metal, which is good. Very slowly, but we are making metal. And then I will go ahead and I think, yeah, everything else is recovered enough where I can go ahead and at least build this one so that I can then go on top and build 2 more of these guys. And then we should be in pretty good shape. We turn the assemblers back on, the bot part makers back on. Currently we have 19 bots, 14 of which do not have jobs, quote unquote, because I've paused so many of these other things. So we're not really going to be in a crisis mode in terms of bots dying off, wearing out, whatever. For a little bit of time, we're going to be fine. Don't have to worry about it. But what we can do, since we have a surplus of power, is we can go ahead. I'm going to pause this just so I can hear myself think. We can come in here with our explosives and get this locked and loaded. I believe They probably actually can't. Oh, no, they can because they can just walk on the top of this other thing. So that should be fine. Yeah, we'll get this blown up. Man, I really cannot see anything in this. We'll do that there. And then I think they should still be able to reach this. And that's really the last bit that we have to take care of for gravity batteries. So that looks fine. This has not been assigned a duty. So let's... there we go. Bot heads, bot limbs, bot chassis. This one can be bot heads, but I will pause it. Metal-wise, I'm just going to go ahead and build both of those. That's bot heads. What did I say? Bot limbs in the middle here, and chassis on the ends. I don't really think it matters, honestly, but we'll get it done because we got to get it done, and that's how we do it. So that hopefully should be okay. I will pause the construction on this one smelter so they can still walk across everything. We've got 0.9 days left. This is looking nice and full. Nice and full. It should get to 2.5 and then over top itself. This is still not filled up. All right. That works. Again, we have so much water stored up. I really don't think it's going to be a problem. We'll just have to look and see what happens here. So the eventual goal, of course, is to blast through here and here. And then I'm not going to put dam pieces here, but I might put a second mechanical fluid pump. But the goal is that this entire thing is one reservoir, so it will all flow around here. Which does mean we are going to have to blast some of this out. But that will come in due time. I just want to increase the capacity. We just could not get it done this time around because we have so much other stuff going on. But I imagine that everything will be just fine. We should also put a bit of floodgates across this, but we haven't really worried about that. I don't think we need to. I think we're honestly just fine not doing it. Oh, hey, we're not generating any power because I don't have enough water going through here. So let's just close this off real quick. Yeah, should be okay. Last little bit. Actually, we need to save water, if at all possible, especially up here. So I guess we'll just leave this like it is. Back it up all the way. It's not going to have that much more coming out because it's got 0.2 days. But just in case we need it, it's good to have it. Just generally a smart practice to have. So that's hopefully going to be enough. We'll see. 0.1 days. I imagine it's going to be a long drought because, cycle 37. So we'll see if it's a super long one or a super short one. It's probably not going to be super short. And survey says 26 days. All right. And now we have our gravity batteries that are not fully charged. And we have 26 days, and we have these windmills are now actually connected, so that's good. We need to, yeah. We need to detonate responsibly here. Oh, no, I can't see because of that. All right, that works. We have enough dynamite. I'm not going to worry about accidentally over-exploding past the bottom of the map because, again, we have tons of it. Relatively speaking, we have tons of it. That should be fine. We just need to make sure that these these gravity batteries don't ever descend far enough to block placing of new dynamite. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's, just because we're here, let's just blow all this up so we have a way to get past everything. That should be fine. Oh, these are making parts. I didn't pause that. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess it doesn't really matter. Biofuel's working just fine. Got 38 beavers that have nothing to do. I guess that's probably cause for celebration if we want the beavers to actually live in a beaver utopia. Look at this. We got all sorts of water here. Looking good. We are making a limited amount of progress on this, but it is progress, which is always good to see. That's done. That's done. Just in time to not need this anymore. So we'll get rid of that. And since we have access to over here, we can actually start blasting a good bit of this out. Not that we really need to, honestly, but at this point, it's like, what? It's like tradition, right? That makes it okay. So we'll just do it. Just blast everything on down. We'll do triples there, and then I'll just do all of it at once. Doubles here. And then singles here. I believe that is all of it. And then we'll get around having the mess right here by finding ourselves a corner. I believe if I put this here, they can get access to these. Ow, no, I'm gonna have to have stairs. All the improvements they've made to the dynamite placing process, and we still have to have stairs all over the place, but that's fine. Give these guys something to do. Alright, so they're going to take care of that, and then over here, this is going to be pretty easy to just blast that out. Does it have to be this way? No. Am I going to make it that way? Yes. That's just the way it goes, folks. You ought to know by now. That'll be a double, but I'm going to make it a triple, so that can go all the way down the correct way that we like to see it. All the way, yeah, that hopefully should be fine. Actually, that's the bottom of the map, so that's what we were going to try and do all this time, I guess. And I will put a platform here. They should be able to take care of that. That'll get that one down. I guess that works. That should be okay. And I know we're going to have to actually make some more dynamite. We have stuff over here. I've had most of it paused for power conservation purposes. These grist mills making cattail flour are not currently a concern because we have 1,200 cattail crackers, but it will become one very soon. So I will unpause one of them to go ahead and do that. I think that will be fine. Alright, so other stuff we want to keep abreast of. This obviously is going to be a major focus, getting this completed. It's going to take some time, so we can pretty safely ignore that for the time being. And I believe we're going to be fine. Yeah, but the problem we're going to run into with not enough pines is something we kind of had to ignore for the sake of, you know, not killing all of the beavers last time. So I think what we're going to have to do, we have all of these chestnuts. So we should never, ever, ever in the history of ever run out of chestnuts. But we will, look at all those things. We will run out of pine trees to get the, I almost said extract, the resin out of. So I'm just going to plant, some right here. Mark that as uncuttable. Just to do little bits and pieces there. Oh, that could be a chestnut tree. If they can reach that. Looks like this one needs to be a chestnut tree as well. Those were marked for cutting. They are no longer marked for cutting. That should solve that problem. And there we go. So this little bit of pine trees really shouldn't matter, but it's going to. We have so much wood. I am not going to lose any sleep demolishing more of these. I just want to make sure it's going to be in range of another tapper's shack, which it looks like most of this right here would cover just about all of this area. I'm going to put this guy right here. Right there, and then I can put a terrain block here just because I can. And I think, yeah, that's going to fit that whole thing, except there's no trees here. So I'm just going to mercilessly destroy all of these oak trees. Gasp. Think of the children. Yes, I am thinking of the children. That's why we're planting pine trees, so they can have what's it called? Treated planks, whatever the game calls those. All right, so I believe look at these guys go, man. They're hitting it with gusto here. That's not going to have any problems. I just want to make sure that it is going to be within range here for our tapper's shack. Not that I anticipate it being that big of an issue, but, you know, preparation is always a good idea. They can't reach this, can they? All right, so to solve that problem, we will just do the simple way out of putting a ladder here, and that is that. Now, I have the opportunity to be smart with how I place stuff, and I definitely did not do that. So, gasp! I'm going to delete the pine trees I just planted, and instead we're going to put a storage for pine resin, because we don't really have... I mean, we do have some storage for it, but... Well, I think we do. Oh, yeah, we got a lot, but this needs to be a supply right here. So that'll just be set for pine resin supply. Yes, lag. I know we got a lot of stuff on the ground we got to pick up. We'll get to it eventually. So pine trees, pine trees, pine trees. Here, 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 here. Unmark this whole area for cutting. Unmark that area for cutting, and we should be okay, hopefully. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is when the bad water comes out here, if this is going to poison these trees, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I'm going to leave space here for a path if we ever need it. But, I mean, this should be enough pine trees once they're actually fully grown for us to harvest these appropriately. I don't think it's going to be an issue. We'll just do what we got to do. Now, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we've got... I don't know why I clicked that one. We've got these dynamites to explode before they get too low here. And then immediately pause. Oh, I forgot. It goes triple. All right. We're good. We're good. Got plenty of space. Just do that right there. Because we're losing a considerable amount of power. We really need to have more of this going. So, we have the extra space here. I will go ahead and build a large windmill right there, and that should be okay. Universal power shafts might be able to help us here if we wanted to build other stuff, but at this point in the playthrough, I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. We're already kind of reducing the amount of power we're using, or I'm trying to at least. I will cut down half of these. I think should be okay. We're not really needing to use those anyway. The dirt excavators are not dirt excavating. I think we're going to have to turn those back on to get rid of the rest of this, but for right now, I believe we are doing acceptably well. Just get these placed in. Okay, well, they can grab this when they get up to that part. I will go ahead and blow that up, though. And this bit can also go with no risk of harming the beavers. And then, of course, we'll have to blast this whole thing down. This is ready, as is this. That's looking good. We'll get rid of the ladder and all that stuff. And then if they want to pick up the scraps, they can. If not, then, well, I don't care. It's gonna be just fine. Now, we don't need this path here. And this has to go down 5, was it we decided? Well, honestly, I probably should be more focused on just completing this than blowing stuff up, honestly. But, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand. A little bit here, a little bit there. It is so nice not to have to do crisis management right now. You have no idea. Well, you probably have some sort of idea because you've been on this train before. Yes, lag. Let's set these off. Alright, so this last one here is just a single, and that should help us out substantially. Oh, they can't reach this, really? Oh, I didn't think very hard about that, did I? Well, easy way to solve that problem is just to put a ladder right here. They can stand on top of it and build then. Now, and what we can go ahead and do, since we have access to this, is we can go ahead and blow this up to put some more down. That will help us out just a touch. Just a touch. If we have this blown up all the way before we put any more of these in place, that'll give us, not infinite power, but it'll give us extra. that I think will be quite helpful in all of our goals here. Alright, so we have a good amount of metal now. These bot part factories... it's not going to let me click on this unless I get way down in here, is it? Come on. Come on. Yeah, let's unpause that. Making bot heads. These need to be bots working in this, not regular beavers. So we'll bring that in place. I think now we're in an okay spot. I can unpause this. And then I can come over here and unpause the actual bot factories again. There we go. And of course these were never paused. They just did not have enough materials. So now that should help. Get that going. You know the drill. With all of this, we'll just keep on exploding. I am going to go ahead and do a triple here and a double here just so they can be on the same height. So I only have to click explode once. Now, everything else is looking decent. How are we doing on our trees? Okay, planting those. So we can expect results from that in, I don't know, 5 to 7 business days. Get that guy, get that guy, get that guy. Cool. So now to get this down, this is 4. Do we have to go down 4? No. Do I want to? Yes. Will I? Probably not. I'll probably just make this match here. So we do have limited resources here. 36 dynamite. We got to let the dynamite guys make some more dynamite. Very astute observations there. I guess we'll put another one of these things right here. But before we put too much more down, I do need to make sure that I unpause this other one. We have bad water. That's a-okay. We have plenty of extract. That is not a problem. But we do need more dirt. So I will unpause these guys right here. No reason not to go ahead and bot these. So that's looking pretty good. Got one extra bot that doesn't have a job currently, but we'll get that fixed pretty quick by assigning all of these to bots. So we should be in a pretty good position now with our water nasty crisis recovery and getting the bots up and running again. Should be pretty smooth sailing for a lot of here on out. And now we can kind of focus on de-employing the beavers and putting in some stuff for them to do in their leisure time. If we take a look at our stuff here, most of the stuff is looking really good. The problem is we don't have a lot of social life available. We don't have rooftop terraces and all of the aesthetic stuff, Lidos, carousels, mud baths, etc. And books. We are not making books. So what we need to do is we need to probably start removing some of the stuff like extra houses we don't need, although we do currently only have 8 free beds. Might be something we got to think about here. I'm not entirely sure. But we do need to have rooftop terraces. Whether or not they have to be on an actual house is another matter entirely. But since we have this stuff here, we might as well, if I can remember what this stupid thing looks like. There we go. Place these guys right here. Should be probably fine. Again, this is not an aesthetic playthrough, thankfully. So we don't necessarily have to do anything any specific way. But it probably would be to our advantage if we made some intelligent choices. So let's put a ladder here, ladder here, unless that's going to block the doorway, which it is. So let's not do that. I thought I was smart. This guy right here instead. Oh, I deleted something. Oh no. This will be fine right here. I just have to make sure not to block the doorway. We just want to make sure these guys can get up and down. Just connect this too. Why not? No reason not to. So that will give us some rooftop terraces over in this area. We have a couple. I thought we did. A couple over here. Or maybe I'm just thinking of something else. Oh, this also needs to not be marked as a supply. I think they were going all over the place trying to get into here. And a lot of extra work they didn't necessarily have to do. Well, I want to know, where's my other rooftop terraces? I don't remember having those. Maybe I'm just losing it. Always an option. So we have all this space here. We have these monuments. Wow. Wow. This area over here does not have a... man, what is this even called? Fountain of Joy. Yes, does not have a Fountain of Joy. We probably should put one in, or we can just decide not to worry about it and... wow, and just have this one thing. But probably would be, you know, a nice thing to do. I just don't remember where I had my my rooftop terraces, where it thinks that I've been using these. That is a mystery to me. But, oh well, at least they're going to have more access to that now. Take a look here. I say as I'm not even looking in the correct spot. Okay. There we go. So Agora, that's the new name for the temple. We just need to put a couple of those. I think that's what that is. Yes. Oh, we hadn't even put any of those in. Okay. Since we don't need to grow nearly as many trees as we thought we did. I got one here. I could put one more here if I really felt like it. Or I could blast this all the way down, but we don't want to get rid of our... I don't think I care. I think we're going to be fine. I'll just get rid of these, and then, of course, the lumberjack flag will move. It doesn't have to be here anyway. That'll be fine. This gatherer flag will also have to move. But, again, that is okay because we can just come in over here and put that guy right there. No loss whatsoever. There we go. So having the Agora right here will be nice. Not too far away. Still use the land campfires. This medium tank. Wow, they're drinking out of this like a... well, like they're drinking out of a tank. I know, astute observations by yours truly. Grilled potato storage. Honestly, we probably should have more food storage over here, but I'm not really that worried about it. I think this is probably perfectly fine. If anything, we need more maple pastries, which we thankfully do have some maple syrup stored now that we vastly increased our supply here. And I believe I got Jon Snow over here. This is a good candidate for something to be botted, because they can go 24/7. So that's what we're going to do. Maple syrup should vastly increase, hopefully. All right, this now is ready to go down. Do one more, a couple more, and then we can build another. Oh, because these are completely empty. So we're generating power. How? Unless not all of these are out. Yeah, so what's up with that? How are we supplying 69 HP? Oh, wait, do I have a hamster wheel still? Where is it? Where is this generating 69 HP? There's no water flow whatsoever. Oh, that's exactly what this is. All right, who's running on here? Jonathan Durrett, my man. You are powering the entire colony right now. So, thanks for the effort there, bud. But we got to get okay. Here it comes. Here it comes. Could be worse. Could be substantially worse. So here's an idea. We have all this water. We do not need to worry about having water for beavers to drink. What if we let all this out to generate some power and refill our reservoir a little bit? You know, about 25-30% of the way through the drought. That should help us generate quite a bit of power quite quickly. And then raise these up a little bit. Yeah, look at this. Generating tons of power, I would have to imagine. Oh yeah, look at that. Almost 11,000. Here we go, folks. Fantastic. Batteries charging. Looking beautiful. Even if it is just for a short moment. But this will keep them going for a little bit of time. Get our water through here. Looking good, folks. Looking good. All right, these are all triples. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I probably should have gone all the way around before I blew this up, but that's fine. That's the way she goes. Just get rid of that because we can. And then to get down to this side, might as well, if I'm going to have this go all the way down here, I'll just have that go right there. And then, yeah, they can access most of this. And what they can't, well, we'll just do this first. So that'll be double right here. This will be 2 sets of doubles. This will be a single. Again, no real reason to do it this way. It's just, yeah, it's just what we're doing. But they are making good progress here, so that's nice to see. We can't really do any more of this because it's waiting for the construction behind it to be finished. So I believe what we'll do is go ahead and take this out. You know what? We're not cavemen. We have technology. I can just get rid of this, and instead on the okay, that one needs to go away. Since we have these guys coming in from the bottom. Wait, hold on. All right, I don't care about that. That's gone. Get these guys to do this on that side, and then when they can't reach it, we'll just go across like so. Should be fine. Should be working fantastically well for us. So getting this blown up is going to help a lot. Is there any more water coming through us, or did we let it all out? Looks like we did. Put this back up to 2.5. Hopefully, it's all gone immediately. Okay. All right. Okay. How are we doing on bought parts? Not really that great, huh? That's the problem, is I actually use this stuff, so you can't really get away with it, can you? Well, I need these to get put in. Explosives we're not making because old Jonathan over here is not running on his hamster wheel. But that's okay. Sleeping is fine. It would be so broken if you could put bots in these things. So, I'm kind of glad you can't. But anyway, on we go. We're still growing these pine trees. That's probably going to take a little bit of time, plus another 7 days to get the sap. I don't know that that will be done before the end of this episode, because this is already about 43 minutes. Other things on the notes that I wanted to take a look at. We fixed the mechanical pump. We fixed the metal processing. We checked our power shafts, got those hooked back up. The only thing really left is this quote-unquote good water bypass. Honestly, all I have to do to get this usable is blow this up right here. And I was going to try to maybe just flatten this out a little bit. So this is 2 blocks deep. But I don't have enough explosives to do that yet. So instead, I don't think I really need to worry about depth here, honestly, at least not right now. So what I will do is I will make this bit right here deep enough for the water. Oh no, 90-degree turns. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get it done. I will just go ahead and put some stairs there so they can get down. And then we will expand this. But I do need this to actually be blown up. This as well, although this will connect, I think, all the way around. Oh, now it will. Now it will be fine. So I need to make sure they can walk down here fine. So I'm going to just deprioritize all of these explosives. That should not be a problem, except if I forget how to click and drag, apparently. So if they focus on coming over here, then we can at least get this kind of opened up. Let the water go through here. Should not be an issue. And then once that's done, we can blast holes in this bit and just use these as all interconnected. And then that will be fully surrounding our, whatever you want to call this thing, the place where we grow food. I don't know why I can't ever remember this stuff. But I think if we can accomplish that, we're going to be in really good shape, folks. And we can continue making incremental upgrades to our our stuff by automating with the bots and hopefully fixing our power production. It's really only a problem in the droughts. So I guess we can wait a little bit longer. I don't want to have all of our reserve water put all the way through until it needs to be, because we want to make sure we can still generate power in an emergency if we need to. I don't know what kind of emergency power generation we'd really have to do, but yeah, we obviously don't want to overflow this. Now, how much dirt? We have 300 some dirt. Okay, we're not going to need 300 some dirt. I'm going to turn these guys off so they don't use quite as much power. It means our demand is now 3620. Still, Jonathan over here giving us 69 power. Do with that what you will. And yeah, I just gotta get this stuff blown up. The most critical bit is right here and right here. Well, really, it's just these two, and then I want to have an access to this. But I believe... Oh, we got 7 bots that aren't doing anything. We need to have them... Well, that was quick. Oh, no, that's because I paused this. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, this staircase can go away, and we can put our path back in so they can do storage for logs. Not that we really need it. Treated plank... Do we really not have treated plank storage? Is that why... Is that what I was doing here? Is that what this whole problem was? I think that's what it was. Okay, well. What I will go ahead and do is put one of these right here, storage for treated planks. Yeah, we did not have any treated plank storage. So that's why that was a thing, in case you were curious. I don't think we're going to need to have these here. Hopefully ever again. Should not be an issue, but at this point, I don't need to worry about getting rid of it. Alright, looking pretty good. Are we making any progress? Any progress at all with our... Nope, doesn't seem like it. 3%. 3% power input. Yeah, so it's going to take a really long time to make some explosives here. What is this? Cattail flower. 60 HP. I mean, it's minimal help pausing this stuff, but it is kind of important. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So I'm going to pause more of these. We're not going to leave them paused forever. Don't worry. I just need to make sure we're actually, working correctly. Bot production, I really don't want to pause. I really don't, because we need to make sure we're amassing parts. So we can pause stuff later when we absolutely have to. Oh, these are ready. Okay. Blow that up. How much depth is left on this? Looks like 2. Or is that 3? I think it's 2. So we'll just put those in there. Obviously, it's not the biggest priority. And once they actually... No, they're not going to be able to reach this other side here. No, I gotta wait for them to put this in before I can do really anything else. At least these two in the corner here. That's gonna be a fun problem to solve. Oh well. We survived the chaos of last episode, so I'm assuming everything else from here on out will be gravy. Just gotta get the rest of this taken care of. This one little piece is done right there. Okay, cool, that's fine. This technically is able to pass through, but I really do need to make that deeper. I gotta find a way to save power, man. Or we're not gonna make it. You know what? Is it stupid? I ask the people who cannot respond until well after the video is posted. Is it stupid to go ahead and just build a whole lot of these power wheels for the beavers to just run on because I got 20 unemployed beavers? Is that stupid? The answer is yes. It is absolutely completely stupid. However, comma, yeah, okay, it's really stupid, but I think I'm gonna do it. Do I have anywhere I can actually hook this up to? Not really. This is all flooded. It would have to be over here. So if I have this set up. All right. Okay, so this would have to be... I'm going to pause to do this. I know, drives you guys insane when I pause like this, but if I have that set up like so... no, I need power to like go between these things. So if this is... Oh, I know what we can do. I know what we can do. we can do this mess right here like so, and this can go... I guess that kind of works. That can go there. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? The answer is because it's funny. But yeah, we'll... Oh, I hope I did my mental math right. I absolutely did not. Okay. Well, that's fine. Could absolutely be worse. Yeah, we'll get this mess all taken care of, let me assure you. Just build all of this immediately, because it's all just logs. All logs. We know we can just build this lickety-split, and it's only going to get, it's only going to give us like another 300 HP, but that is substantially more than 69. So that will work out just fine right there. Okay, now that can be unpaused. And they built this stuff quick, man. They're raring to go. Just pop that guy right there. Yep, there we go. Another 6. Well, it's not completely done yet, but another 6 power wheels for our eager beavers to do eager beavering. And just run. And look at that, we're actually generating power because we have the windmills. That's probably really the only reason why, honestly. But it's working. It is, in fact, working. So that'll help us out a little bit. Oh, this is actually complete. Very good. Very good. Now we need a billion more dynamites to do this. This is ready here. This is ready here. So now what I'm going to do, since this is fully connected again, it is time to go ahead and just blast this whole thing to smithereens. This is 5 deep, so we will do a 3 here. And then once that's done, I guess I could, if they can go all the way around, it's going to take forever. So I'll just wait. I'll just have this, blast that down, and then do this, and then do this, then do this. And then we can build back on top of it. Now this is not connected anywhere else, so this is going to be a little bit of a burden if we ever were to finish the rest of this, but that's fine. I guess we're going to need that eventually. So for right now, surprise. Oh, never mind. I forgot they can do that. This will be... It'll be tripled, and then we'll... is this only 4 here? Or is that still 5? I can't... I honestly could not tell you. Okay, good. That's still 5. Wait. Why is there... Oh, that's 2 extract, not 2 explosives. Almost got excited there. Almost. Wait, I thought that I clicked this to explode. There we go. Alright, just need the explosive. Come on down, come on down. I guess I should have prioritized this one first. That probably would have made sense. Oh, you know what the problem is going to be is this doesn't have any other outlets here. So we will have to, you know, I should have built that in when I had this set up. Right now there's just these 3 outlets, and that's probably not going to suffice. Probably not. But the good news is I can get rid of this, completely get rid of that, because it should just be automatically filling in here anyway. Oh no, we're going to lose all of our water level. Well, guess what, bucko? We got all this up here. So that's going to be just fine. Plus, that can only ever get so deep anyway. Don't really need to be worried about it. All right, that is... Yeah, get across there. Get out of here. Triple dynamite. Put this in as a double. And then this can also become a triple. And we'll just continue the cycle, so on and so forth, until all the water's in place. We got 11 days left. 54, 55 minutes into the video, depending on how much time I have to cut out. Why are we all hungry? Why are we all hungry and thirsty? There is so much water here. Get a drink, get a snack, and go to bed. Not that serious of a deal here. And I got 10 extra bots because I've paused a bunch of this stuff. That's not really of any consequence. I'm not going to let any more water in until we more or less finish this, so this can all be connected at once, which hopefully can be at the very end of our video here. Although, in all honesty, at this point in the playthrough, it's kind of pointless to have this here, just because the water eventually gets here anyway. And that also is going to prevent any power from being generated over here if it's being diverted, but it's fine. We're making 500 power without any without any wind. So we can at the very least do something. This needs to be prioritized. I should have done that right off the bat. Hopefully they're not wasting it over here. It looks like they're not. There's a lot of excavation that has to happen over here, but that is not going to be the biggest priority here. This can also, if we want it to be completely connected, which we honestly should, this can be double dynamited, and then probably can come back in here and just demolish all this, although it's a shame since it was all dirt that we used. Probably doesn't really matter. We just need to have a couple places where the water can go between. It doesn't really matter. Not of any consequence whatsoever. Now I just need these guys to come over here and finish this so we can be all done. 10 days left. We still have plenty. It's good. The tanks are completely full. And it is a little bit, I think, a little bit more evaporation resistant up here. At least most of this. Versus all this surface area here is quite a lot. Quite a lot to deal with. So this is ready to go. That's good. That means we can go ahead. I'm not going to bridge this, I don't think. Just because the bridges have this lead-in area that's kind of annoying. Unless I would just want to do one 4-segment bridge, but I like that to be symmetrical, so I will just do that as a triple and a double, and we'll just do that the whole time. Should be a-okay. Just gotta get this finished up and then blast down below it. You know the drill. Looking just fine. Just fine. So, not as exciting of an episode as the last one that we had earlier last week, but hopefully less stressful. A little bit more, hey, let's just get this accomplished, get it over with, which is always nice. Okay, so we are actually making resin now. We haven't harvested any. Or Neil Lovelock, rather, has not harvested any. But that's because there's none to harvest. But it's progress. It's good stuff. And this is ready to go. Don't walk over here, please. Do not. Okay, thank you. I saw that guy making a beeline for it. Wait, why is... Oh, okay, there is an unauthorized dandelion has appeared, which we will have to remove with great haste. And then in goes the agora. Very nice. That should be pretty accessible. We will need most likely more than one of those for all these guys, but that is a problem we can solve later. We're making progress. It takes a long time. Not really... Hold on, I just had a stupid idea. I can put a dance hall on top of the Badwater exit. That's so stupid. Let's do it. Yeah. There's no reason to do that. None whatsoever. That's why we're going to do it. It's just completely stupid. But that will also connect to this right here, which I think is probably something we could use and appreciate. So yeah, we have the the Badwater dance hall. Hopefully there's no holes in the floor. You can see the toxic sludge beneath you while you're, I don't know, whatever kind of dancing beavers do. Alright, that needs explosives. So that's really what I need to do, is just have as many of these as possible. Got a couple comments in the last video asking why I have not had everything prioritized. Look, I don't know. it seems like prioritization in this game is kind of pointless after a certain point because there's just so much that has to be prioritized. You're kind of locked behind all of that anyway. All right, so this needs to be a double. This needs to be a triple. Keep on keeping on. You know the drill. Get this same kind of thing going here. Triple double, but this is not basketball. All right, 8 days left in the drought. I think now, especially for the benefit of, you know, actually making stuff, let's go ahead. Lower that. That's already all the way... Is it really all the way down? Okay. And then just let all the water out. Drain through. Generate some power. And hopefully everything is just fine. That is level, which means we can now come in with our gravity batteries. And plop those right there. It'll give us a little bit of an extra boost. Hopefully we can let this go up a little bit. I know there's a good bit of water has to come down through here. Replenish our reservoir now that it's a lot bigger, especially. And that is going to be very, very helpful for us. Continue with this. Put that double down here, and you know the deal. Slowly, bit by bit, piece by piece, everything comes together, and we are able to do a lot of good stuff. And we still have a week left. Week plus a day, and we have full water reserves. Everything is looking pretty okay. But we really need to have this dynamite. In fact, these need to be bots. Bots doing this 24/7. Also, that's a dangerous job for beavers to do, so let's avoid having them do that. There's plenty of biofuel. We have not started making catalyst yet, but I don't think that's going to be that big of a problem. We'll get to it when we get to it. Not really worried about it. Yeah, the explosives are just, they're just taking forever. But that's what we ended up deciding to do, so we can't really be mad about it, the way that we have this stuff set up. Yeah, gravity batteries are gravity batterying. These are going down. Oh, okay. I thought these were going up and these were going down. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not how this works. They're all connected to the same thing. They should be charging or discharging at the correct... Don't you dare put this in here when I've already... Okay, all right. That's why. That's why. It's my fault. Usually is. Not always. Not always, mind you. But it usually is. Oh, that's going to have to be 2 doubles. Unfortunate. But I just need to get this in here. Man, I really got to get a handle on these episode lengths, man. They cannot all be over an hour long. This is absurd. Way too long. Way too long. Absolutely way too long. Well, I mean, this is all... It's all connected, so I can't really be upset about it. Good water bypass, I guess, is effectively... it's working. This isn't open. Well, now it is. But, yeah. Alright. I can live with that. This set to 2.5. This is set to 3.0. Should be set to 2.5. This... I guess if I want to be fancy, I could set this to 2.0. Probably shouldn't matter. Why does this always go up? Do I have this set to... No, I don't. Wait a second. That's because it's next to... Okay. I finally figured it out. These open because they're connected to the same set of... Okay, alright. It's fine. It's fine. I really need to get rid of these, but for right now, that's not the case. So now I guess we're just looking at this, hoping that everything else ends up the way it's supposed to end up. Treated planks. Guess what? We don't have any... Oh, well, of course we don't have any left. I don't have any treated plank factories. Well, I don't have the resin anyway, so I guess that's fine. That's a problem for another day. Although we are going to need to figure out where to put those. Well, I don't know. Well, we're definitely going to have to do that next time because this video is already too long. Man, all that water and it still is only that high. I guess it's because we have these other things to worry about now. But I will go ahead. At the very least, finish this. You better stop taking all that dynamite over here. I'm telling you what. That is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Come build this stuff first. Because we really got to get this done. So that way I can say the good water bypass is 100% complete. Even though there's only the 3 wide outlet here. We're gonna have to solve that problem pretty quick. But oh, this is already done. Okay. I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. Let's create a crisis of our own doing and blow this up. I don't think we're going to lose too much water because this is only 1 block high and all of this is connected anyhow. Anyhow isn't really a real word, but I am, by virtue of being in the American South, forced to assimilate to the language usage. Even though I've lived here my entire life. But it's fine. That will go there just fine. That is done. So, it should drain quite nicely once it's coming through here. Just gotta make sure this all goes in place appropriately. This is already there. What's our triple floodgates require? 15 and 30. So what I will do is I will wait until the workday has already started. Then I will blow this up, immediately put a triple floodgate in, and max prioritize it. We have the resources. Should not be a problem getting it done. Just got to get these guys motivated. All right, so workday has begun. Let's blow this up. Pause immediately. Triple floodgate right here. Bang. Super prioritize. And get these guys going in. Oh, we're losing all our water. We're losing all water. No, stop it. It's fine. It's going to be A-okay. Because here comes all the stuff. Look at these eager beavers getting to work. Also, there's tons of water. It's really not going to be a problem. All right, that's done. That's done. One more triple double up here. And that will be access restored. And then, oh, I need to do the same thing here. This gets put in place. This is still draining because they haven't quite finished it yet, but that should be the last bit. There we go. Problem solved. We wasted a little bit of water, but now this has a 4 wide exit, which will help a little bit. It really needs to be wider. It probably needs to be at least 6 in all honesty, but considering that this one is only 5, I think it could definitely be a lot worse. This is still, one of these is automated. This guy. Okay. Yeah, see, this is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. We'll have to keep watch on it flooding for a little bit, but not going to be worried about it. All right, so last bit for this episode, I promise, I say looking at OBS that currently says 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 37 seconds, but it won't be quite that long because I got to cut out the loading time. That's going to be it for this episode. We got a lot of good stuff done. Fixing our good water bypass to actually be a good water bypass and completely connect our entire huge reservoir down here. It's all pumpable into the, what do you call it, aquatic farm. And I believe we are in good shape. Just got to get these last bits in, take this off, and yeah. This is going to be very useful for us, especially when this is actually complete. We're going to be in really good shape to make sure we have tons of water. We will make a couple more openings in this area here just to have the interconnectivity and the flow and everything. But I know we have to do the treated planks and stuff over here. That's definitely a next time thing. But if you can think of anything else that we need to take care of before we make a final push in the series to get the beavers up to a well-being of 60 by building all of our other stuff, please leave comments below. Let me know. Obviously, we need carousels, mud baths, books, and all that to get there. But most of the stuff is going to be hopefully pretty easy. and we can maybe get it done in another episode or two, and then put this playthrough to bed and move on to other interesting stuff, because we got lots coming. Tomorrow is going to be the next episode of the Iron Teeth playthrough. We did push everything back a day because we had that new Ostriv update, which, by the way, if you haven't checked that out, I have episode 51. Don't worry, you're not going to miss too much if you haven't seen a video before. I'm just showing some of the new stuff. You get to see the nice developed town we have. We're not going to restart Ostriv until Alpha 6. I've pretty much decided. But if that ends up being quick, then we'll do another series when that comes out. If it ends up being a couple months, then maybe I might do some other content. Not necessarily starting a new series, but Ostriv deserves some love. It's a great game. It's not a good game. It's a great game, and the developers are working very, very hard in extremely not ideal conditions. So thankful that they're still doing okay, and that we are able to get some updates for that fantastic game. So again, go check that video out if you were following that series and just somehow missed it. Yesterday, put out a video on Transport Fever 2, getting into that campaign. And I know a lot of you wanted to see that, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. But that's why this video is 3 days late. And the other Iron Teeth video is going to be 1 day late, coming out on Monday. But then Tuesday, it's right back to this one, next episode. And then Wednesday, a brand new Prison Architect series. Gonna sell our existing prison and start their second one. And in case you missed the news on that, Prison Architect 2 has been delayed to a May release. So we're actually going to have time to flesh this series out proper instead of just having another 4 or 5 week one. So should be interesting. Going to be a bigger prison. Going to be a lot more stuff we can get to. And if you want to check that out, that would be fantastic. Outside of that, I believe we are pretty locked in for the next little while with our rotation of videos being this series, the other Timberborn series with the Iron Teeth, Prison Architect, and Transport Fever 2. Unless you guys say you really hate Transport Fever 2 and you don't want me to play something else. But that's what we'll be doing in live streams with Satisfactory. I'm going to do my very best to at least have one of those a week, probably on the weekend afternoons, and then soon, probably sometime in late March, get back to Twitch streaming. At any rate, I digress. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Beard Boosters, as well. All of your fantastic support, making it possible for me to continue doing this. It's a whole lot of fun, and I'm very grateful I get to spend a lot of my time playing video games and interacting with all of you fine folks. So, hope to see you again in another video soon or a live stream. And then, other than that, that's all I got. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.